Do avoidant exes ever come back? After being discarded and abruptly broken up with, or maybe you got the slow fade treatment where they just slowly pulled back and disappeared into oblivion, you're probably wondering to yourself, is this person ever going to regret what they did? Are they ever going to try to come back? The answer is, avoidants try to come back all the time. They really do, but usually only when no contact is used. When you go into no contact, the avoidant is feeling a sense of relief. They no longer feel pressured to be present for you. They no longer feel pressured to give something of themselves. They no longer feel pressured to be emotionally available or participating in the relationship. So they are feeling a sense of relief. Being in relationships causes avoidants a baseline of stress. So now they have that stress relief by no longer being in the relationship. But subconsciously, they expect you to chase and pursue. When you don't chase, when you don't pursue, when you don't beg or plead, and you go into no contact, and you are no longer initiating any communication with this person, they will allow themselves to start missing you because it'll feel safe. You're no longer pressuring them to be something for you. So they take those buried feelings that they had buried and suppressed and denied themselves access to, and they start to allow themselves to feel their feelings for you again. And that's when they can actually feel the loss. They can start to miss you, start to miss the benefits of you at least. And very often, they try to come back. First, they usually send out a couple breadcrumbs, maybe liking your social media post or watching your stories. But if you don't take the bait, often they directly reach out and sometimes will even seem desperate to get back together with you. The problem is, if this person hasn't done the work, or if they're not committed to doing the work, they're going to discard you all over again because their fears are still there. Their attachment wounds are still unhealed, and as the relationship grows closer and emotional intimacy builds, their fears are going to get triggered again. And when avoidant fears are triggered, which are the fears of abandonment, rejection, and engulfment, the avoidants, well, they avoid. They deactivate. They take their feelings for you, they bury them deep, and they don't allow themselves to access their feelings for you. This is how they protect their heart, by keeping you at an emotional arm's length and by burying their emotions and not allowing themselves to form a deep bond and connection with you. So if this person is not in therapy, if they are not working on themselves, if they're not committed to a change in behavior, well, yeah, they'll probably still come back, but they'll also probably do it to you all over again. And sometimes again and again and again, especially if it's a fearful avoidant who also has an anxious side, because the no contact will trigger the anxious side of a fearful avoidant. But both dismissive and fearful avoidants often come back when no contact is used. The timeline is a little bit different. A dismissive avoidant typically will take somewhere between 4 to 6 months on average to try to come back. They run from their emotions and bury them and run from the problem as long as they possibly can. A fearful avoidant, well, sometimes it can be a matter of weeks to maybe a few months when they try to come back. And the cycle is much more likely to keep repeating with a fearful avoidant because, again, this person has an anxious side. But if they don't do the work on themselves, you're setting yourself up for inevitable heartbreak again. And it hurts just as much the second time, the third time, the fourth time, and the fifth time that this person discards you. It is a very painful experience to go through. And yes, you are missing this person. You're missing what you thought you had. However, when they try to come back, if you take them back with open arms, unconditionally, you're setting yourself up for failure. If you want to give this person a second chance, that's certainly your right. However, it's wise to make that second chance conditional, meaning that you need to see some sort of work from them, some sort of effort that they are working on healing their inner attachment wounds. And if they can't commit to that, and you still take them back, you're just inevitably setting yourself up for disaster. It is not selfish to look out for your own feelings, your own heart, your own wants, and your own needs. And you are under no obligation to try to take this person back. But yeah, the answer is they do try to come back all the time. When no contact is used, the odds are greater than not that this person will try to come back. If there is no contact used, if you still reach out to this person on a regular basis, the odds of them trying to rekindle the relationship are much, much, much lower. No contact is what allows that avoidant to feel the space to access their feelings again and feel safe. So there's a reason why it works. And yes, the odds are, even when it feels like you're never going to hear from them again, if you're in no contact, the odds are you're going to hear from the avoidant again.